that we are very honored to have Mr. and Mrs. Chen and her uncle from Chicago here with us. It is a pleasure, and they've come many, many miles to be here. Iris also has an older brother and a younger brother who, because of their commitments halfway around the world, could not be here. And as everyone here knows, Patrick has a younger brother, Michael, who is on an adventure in Europe. But we did get to speak with him a little bit earlier, and he actually extends his good wishes to everybody here. First, I would like to welcome all of you here on behalf of Patrick and Iris especially. I know a lot of you have come many, many miles to be here, and your presence is greatly appreciated. I have to tell you that when the invitations went out, and on occasion when it comes to invitations, there are drips between the cups and lips. But Kathy, my fiancée Kathy, who's in the back, by the way, if you haven't met her, we were on a cruise, and the cruise, by the way, was her birthday gift to me. I couldn't measure up when I gave her the birthday gift, but in any event, the invitations went out when we were away. So the invitations were essentially sent without real input by, as Iris would call me, her American Baba. So if you're here, you are here because you are very, very special to both of these young people, my son Patrick and Iris, in very particular ways. Obviously, Iris's family, because of distance, it would be a great burden for them to come here, and we appreciate those that have come. So, on their behalf, a particular welcome and a particular thank you. Before I talk a little bit about Patrick and Iris, and I have a little bit of an advantage here, there's a little bit of a hard spot, and I would be remiss, and hopefully it's not going to be too big of a hard spot, if I were not to mention those that we love here that went before us, as my friend Vince would say, to the other side of life. And I think of not only my father, I think of Uncle Bob, I think of Joe Bolanowski, I think of, in particular, as you would expect, Patrick's mom, Ellie. And I think how she would love to be here among her family, among her community, and how deeply she would love this daughter-in-law, Iris. And we all know that. I'm not a particularly religious person, as most of you know, although I would like to think that my boys and I are somewhat spiritual. And I will have to tell you this, that despite that rough time, we have gained many blessings and many gifts. And in particular, and for the people that are here, that we, bonds and relationships and love that we thought was as deep as could be have become deeper over time. So I'd like to say that God, or the forces of good, or good karma, or whatever you want to call it, sometimes may take with the left hand, but they're giving with the right. And there's tiny little miracles that happen all the way. And this is true. This may surprise some of you. I don't particularly pray either, but once in a while I'll get something off. And last week, and it usually goes something like this, and this is true. I'll be driving along, and I'll conjure up the images of the people that have gone before, and in particular Ellie, and I'll say, I don't particularly believe in this, but if at all possible, Patrick and Iris are getting married in July in New Jersey. Make it a nice day. There you have it. And I also said, and this is true, and while you're at it, keep an eye on that other one over in Holland. So you never know. Patrick and Iris, as Tony indicated before, they met at the Peabody Institute. They have a great passion for music, a great love of music. And I like to hear the story as Patrick tells it of how he met Iris and how he, in his own style, had his eye on her and that he had noticed her and he had noticed that she had taken the shuttle. a few times. And then at one, is he able to translate okay? Okay. And then at one particular time, he was walking down one of the study areas at the school, saw Iris sitting alone, did a U-turn, walked up to her, and said, "Is anybody sitting here?" She said, "No." He said, "May I sit here?" She said, "Yes." And here you go. That's how it started. I have a particular advantage, and I am humbled by it, because Patrick and Iris have lived with me for a considerable period of time. So I've been kind of a fly on the wall. I would like to think I've respected their boundaries. I think I have. But I have watched them, and I can tell you that on occasion, if things might get difficult, or in any relationship, when sometimes there's tension or disagreements, they deal with each other with great respect, and they work things out, and it is obvious to anyone who is close to them how much they love each other. One of the things that I like in particular is on those occasions when I've had an opportunity to sit with Iris, and she will talk about Patrick, and you can pick up immediately the sparkle in her eye, the respect, and the love that she has for Patrick. And the same with Patrick. He knows it. He's grinning there, but he knows it. To hear him speak of Iris with the love and the admiration that he has just does my heart really good. And it should to all of you as well. They truly are soulmates. They met on the path of life, and they are soulmates. So we're here to celebrate your love and your commitment to each other. We certainly wish you well. And before we have kind of a final toast here, if anybody would like to just take a moment, reflect, send your good wishes, or if you want to say something, wish them a good wish. I don't mean to put anybody on the spot, but